I respect that. All right, going in, Rel versus Nationwide. Now, I'll be honest. I know nothing about Bowser Jr.
You know, and that's okay. You don't have to.
Typically, you would think you wouldn't have to, but Nationwide making a lot of really big moves in West Texas specifically. One of the best players in West Texas.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like. It's weird because like within West Texas, like within Lubbock, he's like 4th or 5th on their PR. Right. But he always shows out at these West Texas events.
Yeah,
he's very
fifth at D-Sync, I think, which was an insane placing, beating some really, really good players to get there. And yeah, he's just not a I don't know if it's like one of those things where like he doesn't do as good in his city because like they all know the matchup and people out don't.
And that, I mean, that's definitely, you know, I'm not gonna say it's the sole factor because
absolutely,
he is the best Bowser Jr. I've seen.
Very clearly a very, very talented player.
But you know, if you're able to come in with that additional edge on top, then you know you'll take it.
Hitbox of the up smash.
Bro, that man has no that kid has no weak spots on his smash.
That's wild. The hitbox got bigger there at the end too. That was pretty wild. Taking an early stock on YellowRello too.
And I know this is personally like Rel's like legit like personally like least favorite matchup. He hates fighting Bowser Jr.'s.
That's interesting. I wonder why that is.
I think it's because like Bowser Jr. is kind of anti-Yoshi in a way. He can kind of match Yoshi in terms of just like in neutral because he can operate a lot on fake outs with cart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then his juggling and ledge trapping are kind of like
similar.
Well, also like if you try to double jump from ledge to F smash and it dies like 80, it'll eat it.
Well, that makes sense then.
And I think also
good forward smash there.
I think Nationwide's actually up recently on sets. I think it's 2-1. It's like 2-1 or 3-1 Nationwide's favor.
Wow.
Double eliminated him at I think the most recent get wrecked. No, the one before that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they definitely these guys definitely are very, very close when it comes to sets.
And it's not like this isn't a matchup you can go home and practice. You know what I mean? Like Abilene doesn't have a Bowser Jr.
Well, yeah, and you're not going to find a Bowser Jr.
No.
in Texas.
No.
I think as good as Nationwide.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to like study it on paper and be like, well, I guess it'll work. I'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
I mean, 5-game sets are the way to do it at least.
Right, absolutely. And he's catching up definitely for sure here. Only a 30% deficit now between the two of them. And he's continuing.
Oh, that's like he got the sour spot too.
Yeah. I think the fair or the spike box would have finished that one off.
Oh, gotta watch those. Gotta watch those.
The Mecha Koopas are so interesting.
They're the best worst projectile in the game, if you ask me. Yeah. like when they.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Like when they don't work, it's big sad.
Yeah.
They just either get in the way or they just don't do what they're supposed to. But then you combo off of them into like up being the hit attack or do some wonky stuff with it. And it works.
I remember like one of the best clips from D-Sync is he was like above the blast zone or like dropped one. It landed on, I think it was Cade. I think he was playing against Cade. Popped him up. Like he swings down from the blast zone, up airs him, Cade dies. Like it was wild. It's just stuff like that you don't really see with a lot of other characters because they don't have a tool like that.
Look at that 39 damage too. Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, this character is the most slept on character in Smash.
Really? You think so?
I think so. I think from what I've seen both from Nationwide and again, I was saying earlier, young Eevee, this Dutch, I think he's Dutch Bowser Jr. Like this character. Still a mid-tier, by all means.
Yeah.
But definitely, a lot of people put him like bottom 5, and I'm like, that's not quite true. Yeah. He's got stuff.
Definitely. Ooh.
You gotta watch that too. That Mecha Koopa will snip at you on ledge.
I got worried about that forward smash made me nervous.
And again, that's the thing. Like he's just so good at mixing up his cart. Like he never. I don't think I've ever seen him do like the same option twice. Down throw.
That was a ton of damage. The Mecha Koopa combined with that down throw. Rello at a very unhealthy percentage here in that back air. Definitely going to finish it there. So game 1 going to Nationwide here in the losers bracket. This is losers semis, right? Losers finals?
Finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So winner of this will have to play Chino, but Chino has sent both these guys to lose.
Yeah, that's a scary position to be in.
I'm still mad because like at worst I lost a 2nd and 4th and got 9th, so I'm still gonna be a little salty.
That's tough. that's
those are how the brackets go sometimes, but it's all good. Quality losses, it's fine.
Lots to learn from matches like that. I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
Moving into game 2 here on Smashville.
Oh, that's a big egg.
Where's KK? It's Saturday.
KK comes out at 8 o'clock. It is 7:38, unfortunately.
Oh.
This is what happens when you run a punctual tournament. You don't get to have KK in maybe in grands. Maybe in grands.
Maybe. Hopefully, dude.
Punctual, yeah. We're doing a crew battle after this, too. So we'll see.
We
KK will be out for the crew battle. I don't know if it'll be Angelo Abilene, but it'll be like Lubbock Abilene.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Something fun. Doing a great job of building. That was really smart, actually, with the grab to the down throw on the Mecha Koopa to avoid the damage.
Gets him a little shark with the up air, too. It's like,
yeah.
No. I'm getting back to ledge.
That's one thing he just did that I actually haven't seen him do. There's like the Z drop with the Mecha Koopa. It's probably really, really good. I just haven't noticed him doing it at all, and that was the first one that I've seen. Because, I mean, like, you see, like, Peach players and other players with items, like, they'll do it all the time off of ledge or stuff like that. So, I'm wondering why that is.
I know for sure, like...
oh, not the hitbox he wanted there. Oh, but that one...
It's fine. It'll work.
You'll take that one.
It doesn't work, do it again.
I think that's, like, the Yoshi, like, mantra. Oh, that was a fantastic descending up air there.
I know, yeah. He would have
that string.
That would have been nasty if he was able to convert off of it.
Yeah.
See, he's doing a lot better job now, just kind of like bullying Nationwide off stage.
I think he's just not allowing him to set up with those Mecha Koopas and like the cannonball and stuff like that. And I think that's really, really good. Because I feel like once Yoshi's in, like he's in. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so it's just getting in that's really, really difficult. So I think he's been doing a much better job of like actually getting in on Nationwide this game as opposed to Nationwide last game did a really good job of keeping him out. So that's probably something he realized and is pushing his foot down on the gas a little bit more this game.
He's slowly reacting better to the cart options too. Like he's kind of recognizing, okay, yeah, here he's coming in, he's jumping, he's doing this.
Right.
You know. That's like the second or third time this set already that he's just gone underneath and fared him for throwing an egg.
That's so strong too. It comes out quicker than you think it does, right?
Yeah. Bowser Jr. has some very surprisingly good air race. Downer's probably his worst one, and even then it's like
not the worst. Yeah.
Or up air, but up air also links into itself, and you can like 0 to 6 or something.
I saw him do like 5 or 6 up airs in a row on Alpha. Or no, was it Alpha? I don't remember who it was, but it was somebody who did like a million. But Rello already at 102% on this final stock here. Not impossible, definitely difficult.
He's doing good so far, just kind of spacing out with the back airs.
Yeah. Oh, avoids the up smash out of shield. Really, really good there. And I feel like one thing I've noticed too is like, usually Rello, you see him get these really, really...
I don't know what he died to. Was it the fair? Was it the cannonball? I don't know. He died.
Did not matter which one it was.
Yeah, he's dead. That's a lot.
He's out of there.
So Nationwide up 2-0, trying to make it. So we saw a Lubbock Winners Finals. Now we might see a Lubbock Grand Finals, the way things are going.
That is what it is leaning towards at the moment.
Right.
The cards are definitely in Lubbock's favor right now. They got pocket aces. We'll see what happens. I mean, I've seen Rel bring back sets like these. If he can bring it back against Grayson, I think he can do it against Nationwide. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, he does have like he has secondaries, but I think he's pretty adamant on doing it with Yoshi. You know, which is again a player's probably best and worst advice as someone who has done the same thing. It's like, well, the matchup's better, but like I know my best character is Yoshi or Bowser or whatever. So
and I feel like you're kind of setting yourself like. You switch, you're like, man, maybe I could have done it. With
it's like, oh, I could have done it with my second. Or then you get, or then if you stay and you lose, it's like, oh, I knew I should have picked.
Yeah,
so.
It's just a bad position to be in.
I think in this position, I think the games have been close, so I think he's confident that he can at the very least, like, take a game here on Battlefield and kind of maybe ride the momentum.
I definitely don't feel like any of these have been out of his reach by any means.
No.
So.
And those are the rough sets too. It's like you know they were winnable, so it's not like you can just sit down, get washed, and get up and left. You know.
Right.
Oh, great, good.
Bowser, Yoshi bomb. To finish that one off.
The ground pound. Still sad that Bowser doesn't go through the platforms, but you know that's for another pack.
They gave it to everybody else but Bowser, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's so sad.
You think the person with like the biggest, like the largest down B would be able to go through the platforms, but it's too thick, I guess.
I guess so, dude.
Nationwide's already eaten 63% though. Still proving the fact that everybody who's taken Yoshi to Battlefield has lost so
Has
far on
lost.
top 8. I'm just saying.
No, I think it's actually a really like astute observation, and I think it's definitely worth talking about.
It'll work in. I mean, obviously,
Jab?
it'll benefit him in the counter pick war because then
Right.
you know
He doesn't have to worry about
doesn't
it.
have to worry about it in the future. But 3-0s are nicer than 3-1s because you don't have to worry about them bringing it back.
Right. And I feel like if you're up 2-0, right, and you lose game 3 or whatever, there's always that part in like the back of your head. You're like, oh no, is it slipping? Like, is he figuring this out? Stuff like that. And I think that's super interesting because 150%. It's looking like it's going to be a full stock lead here for Rello here any moment now. Yep. Oh, not quite. Wow.
Oh, wow, he's still alive. I mean, Bowser Jr.'s kind of heavy. I think he's he's like right below
There it
Rob or
is.
something. No. Is he right below Rob? Maybe he's heavier than Rob. He's heavy. He's like top 10 heaviest.
That's
I think.
two ground pound kills here for Rello this game.
Uh-oh.
And one thing I've noticed, like, you're not seeing Rel get those super long aerial strings that he does.
Ooh,
Double jump
the
armor's
double
out of
jump
it.
armor saving his life.
That's so good. He needs to put together some extra percentage here on this stock, I think. Okay.
Right, he's gonna
Down
get some.
throw, up air. See, like that, like on most other opponents we've seen Rel play today, like that would be 40, 50%. But NationWide's just doing a great job of not allowing him to get those conversions. And so I think that's really allowing him to stay alive much longer. And that back air almost does it, but not quite. I think any of his other aerials, except for maybe up air, will pretty much do
Oh
it
my
now.
goodness, yeah, he wants a little too much now. He's got to. Ooh, he's eating too much for this now. Oh, another ground pound.
Yeah, 3 for 3, baby.
Oh, we're
Oh,
alive.
he's alive. 4 for 3.
4 for 3.
Let's hit him with it.
Oh. Da.
I can't believe that kills.
It's
That's
the
so
strongest rapid jab in the game
That's so funny.
by a distinct margin.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems that way.
There are characters who have, like, wish they could kill off
Yeah.
of jab.
Byleth is pretty good.
Byleth is actually pretty good.
I got nervous there for a second. I was like, does Bowser Jr. have like a spike
No.
I don't know about? Just like, oh
That
no.
would okay. That would be like the nightmare scenario. That
Yeah.
Just like patch 8.0, we get Crash Bandicoot, but the final hit of Bowser Jr.'s Dare spikes,
Spikes.
or the Koopa car spikes, and then I just don't play Smash again. I'm done
Sometimes
after
that's
that.
how it goes.
But you know, Rel's on the board now, 2-1.
Yeah, and I think that's really important mentally for a player, because it's like, if I can make him bleed, I can win. You know what I mean?
and especially like in a matchup like this where there's not only like a player aspect, but there's like a Rel's like I hate this matchup kind of thing too. It's like, okay, you know, this is possible. Chill out, ride the wave, and do it. But
FD seems really bad for
Oh, yeah.
Yoshi, which makes me wonder what Rel banned.
I would imagine he banned Kalos and probably Kalos in town.
Yeah, those would definitely be
Usually,
my top two
usually
guesses.
if you end up because like people don't want to go to flat stages, they'll ban 2 of the triangle and they'll just end up on the third one. I imagine since Rel's been killing a lot more off the top, and Ryoshi usually does kill vertically anyway, that FD is probably the lesser of the evils at that point.
Right. NationWide doing a really good job of just really giving it to Rel. Really,
He's getting punished for all of those up smashes.
yeah, that one was a weird one.
Oh,
too.
bye!
The drill. Finishing off that, your money match.
I know.
I don't know who's talking.
I got $5 on that other guy.
Really needs to start trying to close out this stock here.
Yeah, we've seen it on both ends. That extra credit too.
Yeah.
That's really smart too. Like Nationwide's kind of reacting to like the Mecha Koopa like getting ready to blow its fuse. Because when
Yeah.
Bowser Jr. picks it up, the fuse resets.
Reset.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't do it for anybody else. Unfair.
That's favorite.
Oh, absolutely. It's like,
Oh,
it's
the-
like he built them or something.
Third one.
Oh, the back end is good.
You seen the clip of the Bowser Jr. using his final smash, and he's holding a Mecha Koopa, and he has the paintbrush, so he jumps up the top of the map, and it explodes, and it kills him off the top.
Oh no,
It's pretty funny.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Although his final smash, not the best. However, no final smashes in this match. Maybe Rel's wishing there was, but he's taken the lead.
For the Yoshi Stampede?
Yeah, the Yoshi Stampede's so hype.
Yeah, the Lion King. Ah!
I'm so glad they changed it. It's so nasty.
Yeah, well, I think they just didn't want like the form change ones anymore.
Yeah. They kind of homogenized a lot of them.
I like the Yoshi Stampede though. It's funny.
Yoshi's
Oh no!
Great up air to finish that one off. Oh, and
oh, the car crash! He
Okay.
ran the red light.
We're in a dead even one stock situation here on Final Destination.
NationWide going 55 in a school zone. What an irresponsible driver.
I'm worried. You saw it on Rel's face a little bit after he got hit by that Koopa car.
Yeah, like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Not like this. Uh-oh, damage.
Not too bad. Could have been worse for sure. But
Oh, he's packing it
again.
on.
Already at 65 with Rel yet
Oh
to
no!
respond.
Stop! You're just getting hit by.
He's been hit by the car 4 times,
Oh,
and he's at 100.
Bro, he took 100. Oh my god!
That was almost it.
I know. Oh, and the car crash.
He's got to be more careful with those up smashes. I feel like if there's one thing that's going to get Rel back in this game, is like a whiffed smash attack like that. Into something.
Oh,
That's it.
And the one he hits is the one that matters.
Yeah. Unfortunate 3-1 Nationwide over Rello. So we're moving into our all Lubbock Grand Finals.
I know, dude. 806 coming in.